G'day guys, Mark and Nat here with the round 9 senior men's match report for a game against St Kevin's out at TH King. Ground was in really good shape, probably a 3-goal breeze down to the far end, but overall pretty good conditions for footy. 2 changes this week, Tommy Farah, Lockie Dennis back in the side. Ollie Barter caught up to Carlton, and Alex Noblet was out injured this week. So first quarter we had the scoring end, and it was sort of, actually Scott got an early goal, but not a lot of scores in the first probably 8 or so minutes, and then we're able to hit the scoreboard fairly quickly with consecutive goals. So ended up kicking 4 in the first term, 4 goals 3, 1 out in the full. So probably had our fair share of opportunities and dominated inside 50. The most pleasing part of the first quarter was the fact that we created 13 more turnovers for St Kevin's. So our forward pressure in particular was really strong, but pressure across the ground was really good, and we forced them backwards and were able to create, put them under pressure and then create intercepts off the back of that, and obviously scoring opportunities. So really good start by the boys. So it took a 20-point lead in at quarter time. Second quarter, unfortunately, we conceded a few goals. St Kevin's won the quarter by 31 points, so took an 11-point margin into half time, acknowledging that we were kicking into the breeze, but probably, to be fair, St Kevin's put a lot of pressure on us. The defensive structure was really good. We weren't able to sort of penetrate and get through that structure. We stopped running a little bit, so we went a little bit away from the way that we like to play and creating that overlap run and carry. So we still had a few shots on goal ourselves, but didn't really capitalise. So would have been good to maybe be a little bit closer at half time, but albeit 11 points isn't too bad. Third quarter, wind was starting to die down probably for the second half, but it was still a scoring end. But we didn't really, I think it was up to about the 16-minute mark where we kicked our first goal of the quarter. And again, it was a pretty dour affair. The third, it wasn't great footy. A lot of it was played between the arcs by both teams. So, we ended up getting a couple late. So we're 16 points down at the final change. And I think based on our performance a couple of weeks ago against Uni Blues, where we ran over the top of them, we had some real confidence that we could do the same again this week. So we had a 5-goal final quarter and had a shot for goal. We got it down to 4 points or 5 points the difference. It was 4 points actually with about 3 minutes to go, and a shot, and we could have snuck in front there, and then St Kevin's went down the length of the ground and kicked one themselves and pulled it out to a 10-point margin. So ended up losing the game. Some of the key numbers, minus 18 on clearances, which was a real concern. We certainly, in that middle part, second and third quarters in particular, when St Kevin's got the ascendancy, that was where they got bad, albeit, we were plus 13 in the hit-outs, but they were certainly working harder at stoppage and giving their forwards better opportunities. The inside 50s wasn't too dissimilar, so, in terms of that, we, it was within 5, so nothing major the difference there. And as I said, the turnovers, we had the 1 extra turnover overall for the game. So you take out that first quarter, and that's where things did flip a little bit. But really happy with the way we started the game in that aspect. And probably one that's probably not common for us, but St Kevin's had a fair bit more of the ball, 47 extra disposals as well. So overall, disappointing to lose. We had our chances, but on the day, St Kevin's are the better side. And we need to learn from a few aspects here and really knuckle down and give ourselves every chance this week against De La Salle back at Camberwell. So looking forward to that challenge, and still a lot of footy to be played in the season, and we're up for the challenge. So thanks again for your support, guys, and we'll see you on Saturday. Cheers.